Hey, you're back. It's 2020 and you're back with comedian David Boyle. I'm quitting alcohol. I'm still sober, even though it was New Year's. Last night was a very fucking difficult night for my sobriety. I would say that was one of the hardest nights I've ever had. It wasn't so much that I was missing the booze. It's like, well, I went to a house party. There was about 20-something people there. Just about everyone was drinking. Besides a chick that just gave birth, a chick that was pregnant, a Muslim guy, and me. They were the sober ones. A pregnant chick, a chick with a 10-day-old baby, a Muslim guy, and me. That was my crew. Actually, to be honest with you, they were my favourite people at the fucking party. So the party was alright, it was fine. Nothing spectacular happened, but when you're sober, there is only so much house party you can take before it gets fucking boring. Like, you can be in good form for like 2 hours max when you're sober, but when you start stretching to like 7 or 8 hours at a house party, there's only so much you can do. There's only so many Diet Cokes you can drink. There's only so many cigarettes you can chain smoke. There's limits to this shit. There is only so many times you can tell the same drunk dude that you don't drink. So the first 2 hours of being sober at a house party, it's alright. You have a little small talk buzzing around. You find a couple of people who you connect with, like a pregnant lady and a Muslim dude. But after about 2 hours, I was starting to get real twitchy. Like, fuck, I just want to drink. I was feeling real uncomfortable. Maybe like anxiety or something like that. Like I was talking to people and I was just staring at their face. They're trying to say something and then my lips were like sort of getting twitchy as well. I couldn't get words out properly. I was like, oh, yeah, I do that. Yeah. I don't know what the hell was going on with me. All my sentences were jagged. There was no flow in my conversation. I couldn't think of questions to ask people. And then when I did conjure up a forced question, I couldn't even stay motivated to listen to the answer. I would just drift off with a twitchy lip. Just going, is it hot in here? I liked the first 2 hours, but the last 5 were pretty rough. And because I started to feel so uncomfortable, I don't know what that uncomfortable feeling was. Maybe it was a little bit of anxiety. Because I was like, fuck, I know how to cure this. I know how to cure this. There's 4 bottles of wine there. There's a fridge full of beer. There's bottles of gin, scotch, vodka. I know how to get my lip to stop twitching real fucking quick. And I was just thinking, Boyle, don't do it. It's just a quick fix for a temporary thing. And then after midnight, they bust out this cake. I'm like, ooh, what's happening over there? This could buy me an extra 5 minutes by myself. So I went over to the cake. I'm like, I'm going to smash some of this fucking cake. So I bust off a pretty big slice, and then I jam it in my mouth, and it turns out it's a rum cake. Like, Bangalore is apparently famous for rum cakes now. I didn't know that. But not like a rum cake where they've used like a teaspoon of rum to flavour it. This rum cake tasted like it was dipped in rum. Like it'd been sitting in rum for about 4 days. It was potent rum cake. And I got that taste and I was like, I know what feeling follows this taste. All I need is a little bit more rum cake. You know, I really did. I sat there and I really tasted that cake and I just pictured slamming rums. And then I started getting a little bit of a body tingle. Not from the rum in the cake. I mean from the idea of getting drunk again. I started going, ooh, that would be good. That would be a good start to 2020, just to get slammed. Then we'll see how the conversation is going. My lip will be twitchy because I'll be saying fuck you so much. But I didn't end up having any more rum cake, so I stayed sober. How sad is that? How sad is that for a story? That is what my life has come down to. Basically, this is the story I just told you. I ate a slice of rum cake. It was too strong for me. I got scared. I didn't eat any more rum cake. What the fuck? What's the point? But today was a good day. Did a gig today, 1st of January. Started the comedy year early this year. Usually I'm pretty lazy up until about June, but it's exactly the gig I needed. The first 2 gigs I did, the first one sucked. The second one was only slightly better. Although in a previous podcast I might have said I had a really good set. It was okay. I might have thrown a little bit on it. But this one was legit good. This was at a proper theatre, 180-seater, and the crowd were fucking up for it. As soon as I get out, they like me immediately because I'm a whitey. Then I told them my wife's from India and they got on board more. And then I was pretty much able to just do my normal set. And sometimes you just need one of those gigs as a comedian just to keep you going. Because you're down in the trenches so often, it's like, oh God, am I doing the right thing with my life here? And then you get one like this and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I am. But it was the perfect start to 2020. Happy with it. And that'll do me tonight. Add me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you've been listening for a while, can one of you send in a story so I can read it out on Friday? You goddamn bastards. I'm talking to you too, ladies. Not just the guys. Just send it in. You'll be anonymous. You can play it for the sisters over brunch. You know? Have a laugh over brunch. Okay, that's it. If you enjoyed the podcast, rate, review, subscribe it, and tell your friends about it. See you fucking later.